Good morning. This is the second lesson on opening leads. Last week, we looked at the three basic types of opening leads. The first one was the forcing lead. This lead is made whenever you have long or length in the trump suit, or you suspect that your partner has length in the trump suit. So what you want to do is to lead your longest suit in order to force the declarer to start using her trumps. And pretty soon after she's had to trump a couple of times, you are going to have more trumps than she has, or at least equal number. And whoever has length in the trump suit near the end of the hand will be the winner and will actually get the top board. So the forcing lead is whenever you have length in the trump suit, 4 or more, or you suspect that your partner has length. Then what you want to do is to make a forcing lead. You do that by leading your longest suit, and every time you or your partner gets in, you continue to lead that suit. The second basic type of a lead is called the attacking lead. An attacking lead is made primarily when you glean from the bidding that a long suit, solid suit, is going to come down in the dummy, in which the declarer will have the opportunity to dump a lot of her losers. So what you want to do is to try to cash out, or at least set up your tricks so they'll be ready to cash before the declarer can get rid of her losers in that suit. So that's the attacking suit, the attacking lead. The passive lead is a safe lead. While it's not setting up any momentum for your side, at least it's not giving away a trick. Probably the best time to make a passive lead, or one of the times, is when you have a lot of the big cards, the outstanding cards, and you don't want to locate those cards for the declarer. So make a lead that's not going to give her a trick. For example, if they've shown that they have all the big trumps, a trump lead would not hurt. You're not going to give her anything. She's going to get the ace, king, queen of spades, whether you lead it or not. But if you were to lead some other suit, you might locate important cards for the declarer. So that a safe lead, as I say, is not building any momentum for your side. However, it will probably not give away a trick that the declarer wasn't going to get anyway. So having said that, let's scroll down to the content of the class for today. And there you see the three basic types of leads. If you will look at the January 11th video, you will see examples, complete discussion of each of those. Also, there is a PDF file available for last week's lesson. If you would like to have a copy of that, if you will send me an email or a text, I will get one to you as soon as possible. All right, let's look down at the following example. The bidding has proceeded as follows, and you see your hand. All of you are going to be west, and you see your hand. Probably you're not going to be getting in the bidding unless your partner bids, or unless she doubles to make you bid, or something like that. All you have is your 7 high card points. You don't have an opening bid. More than likely, you're not going to be bidding. So let's look at the bidding. South opens a spade. What do you know about South's hand? And by the way, every time a bid is made, as I said last week, try to visualize in your mind what the person has. And of course, that will change as each subsequent bid is made. But for now, all you would know is that one spade probably denotes 5 plus spades, and it lists 12 points. You pass, of course. North, the responder, bids 2 clubs. Now, what you know about her hand with modern bidding is she is bidding 2 over 1. She is showing a long club suit, presumably 5, and game, she is forcing the hand to game. So once a 2 over 1, partner bids it to 1 level, you make a 2-level bid. It's called 2 over 1, and you are forcing it to game. You're forcing this contract to game somewhere. The 2 club bid, some people play that as short. If they do, they have to alert that it could be 2 or less clubs. But if they don't alert, you assume that it's a 5-card suit and at least 12 to 13 points and forcing to game. Your partner passes, and now South rebids 2 spades. And you're saying to yourself, well, I don't really know anything, but yes, you do. The bidding doesn't need to go quickly. She doesn't need to show she has any extra points or anything like that, because she knows you're going to go to game. She didn't rebid 2 no trump, which would have said, I'm balanced, probably 12 to 14 points. She did not rebid a second suit, such as 2 diamonds or 2 hearts, in which case she would have been showing 5 spades and 4 hearts. She didn't do that. She did not raise the clubs, did not raise North's clubs. All she did was rebid 2 spades. So what you should be thinking in your mind is she's got 6 plus spades, a balanced, pretty much balanced, no second suit, maybe not much support for the club suit. See, each time the bid, a different bid is made, a second or third bid is made, you constantly try to be refiguring in your mind what is the shape and size of the hand. And now North really had nothing extra to say. She said, I have my 5 clubs. I have my 12 to 13 points to force it to game. I think you have 6 spades. I have at least 2. We're going to play game. I'm not interested in slam. If she were interested in slam, she would make other leads. She would make other bids. She might Q-bid 3 diamonds or 3 hearts or do something differently. But she says, okay, we're going to play 4 spades. That's where the contract's going to be. All right, let's look at your suit. Let's look at your hand. Your West, bidding is over. Contract is set at 4 spades. What can you glean from the bidding? Well, you should by this time think that the opening bidder, South, has 6 spades, that her partner, the responder, who's going to be the dummy, has at least 5 clubs, which are probably very good, and is forcing this contract to game by her 2/1 bid. South rebids her spades, so you should think now she's got 6 spades. North went on directly to 4 spades. So North is not interested in pursuing slam. North has at least 2 spades, maybe 3, but at least 2. So it's playing in 4 spades. And you look at your hand. You certainly don't want to lead a spade. You might get that queen of spades. You don't want to lead a club because that's where the length is coming down on the board. So you don't want to touch the club suit. So it's down to which of your 2 red suits should you lead. It's either the heart or the diamond. Normally, if you lead from 3 to the jack, as is the diamond suit, you're giving away a trick. So we come back then to the lead is going to be from the heart suit. And you probably feel extremely uncomfortable leading away from the king jack of hearts. But let me explain to you that if your side is going to get any tricks, it's going to have to come from the heart suit. You are hoping that your partner has at least the queen or the ace of hearts, at least one of those 2 cards. And by leading the small heart, the 2, you may be setting up some tricks for your partner, for you and your partner. Now, if your partner has nothing, from the bidding, you sort of know your partner does have something because you have 7 points. They have not launched into trying to look for slam. So your partner's got a few points over there. We're going to figure out how many in just a second when the complete hand comes down. So what is your opening lead and why? The opening lead you need to make is an attacking lead. You want to try to set up anything you're going to get in the heart suit before the declarer can get rid of anything in that suit on the long club suit. Okay, let's look at the complete hand. When you lead that 2 of hearts, partner plays his queen, and you see that your attacking lead has set up 2 heart tricks. Declarer can no longer make this contract. And let's look at how that would be. When you lead your 2 of hearts, dummy comes down, and you're looking at dummy's hand. And you see he does have the 5 clubs. He has 13 points. While the declarer is busily making her plan, you and your partner, the defense, needs to be making your plan. You need to be looking at, you have 7, you see 13 in the dummy, that's 20 points. Declarer, you think probably has somewhere between 12 to 14 points. You add all that together, 20 plus about 14, that's about 32 to 34 points. So your partner's got a little something. Anywhere from about 6, 7, or 8 points. You lead the 2 of hearts. Your partner plays a queen, forcing the ace. Now look what happens. Declarer has to finesse the club. Your partner takes the king, and now you cash your 2 heart tricks that were set up. By your attacking lead, you set up 2 heart tricks. So if you look at that, you can see that. And you just sit back, you're going to get a spade trick. With any other lead that you make, Declarer is going to make this hand. She will have the timing to set up her clubs for discards before you can get, you will get 1 heart trick, but you need 2 in order to set the hand. So that's an example of an attacking lead. Now today, I want to focus on when to lead a trump. Now we've all heard the cliche, when in doubt, lead a trump. Well, that is the last reason ever that you lead a trump, because you're just in doubt. That's the same as just putting your hand up here and say, draw a card. There are times when a trump lead can be very, very effective, and that's what we're going to focus on. If Declarer has opened with 1 suit, the opener, he opens for 1 suit, and then his partner makes a bid, and he rebids a 2nd suit, and his partner passes. What you, as the opening leader, knows, what you will know is the responder, which is going to be the dummy, will be short in the 1st suit bid by the declarer. The whole value, the entire value of dummy suit will be that of roughing cards from the 1st bid suit. There's not a lot of value. The dummy probably had 1 bid. They stopped at 2. So the dummy probably had just 1 bid, and when you rebid the 2nd suit and he passed, the only value in dummy's hand is going to be that of providing for roughs. So let's look at an example of that. South, directly to your right, opens a spade, which you absolutely love. You look, wow, I've got that ace, jack, 9, 8. I'm going to at least get 2 and maybe 3 spades. Pass. The responder, north, bids 1 no trump. In modern bidding system, 1 no trump is semi-forcing or forcing, asking south to make another bid. South complies and bids 2 hearts. So what you know about South's hand is he has 5 spades and he has 4 hearts. And presumably 12 to 14 points. He didn't jump or anything like that. And north passed. So here's what you know. You're going to be on lead. Bidding's over with. You are on lead. What do you lead? You should glean from the bidding. South has at least 5 spades. South's got at least, it's got 4 hearts, at least 4 hearts. Dummy had 1 bid, probably had just 6 points, enough to keep it open. But when the declarer rebid 2 hearts, she has hearts, but she has shortness in the 1st bid suit of spades. And you should know that anyway, because you look at your spades. So what you want to do is come off leading a trump. This is one of the 2 basic times you should lead a trump. It's where dummy has taken preference over declarer's 1st bid suit and left it in the 2nd suit. So you come off and you lead a heart. Every time you get in, you're your side, you should lead a heart. That cuts down the value of the dummy. All right, the 2nd time, where it's important to lead a trump, is your right-hand opponent is bid. You double, you do a takeout double. And remember, takeout double, you would have opened, but you can't open now that this guy beat you to it. So the only way you can tell your partner that you had opening hand is to double. You're saying you have at least 12 points, that you have at least 4 card, 3 card, or 4 card support for the unbid suits. And so let's look at the example. South opens a heart, and let's look at your hand. By the way, if the document is small print, if you would just go on your end, there's a place where you can enlarge it so you can see it better. All right, so there's your hand. South has bid 1 heart. Do you see that you have it? You have 4 spades, you have 4 diamonds, and you have 3 clubs. You have 12 points. You have the necessary ingredients for a takeout double. I would say more than likely, if you double one of a major, you're saying you have 4 cards in the other major. So you have everything that you need for the takeout double. So you double, the responder passes, and you see that your partner has passed. So what your partner is saying to you is that I have got a fistful of hearts, and partner, I want to start drawing trumps as fast as we can. So you need to oblige by plunking out either the 4 of hearts or the 2 of hearts. You know, what's happened here is your partner has converted your takeout double to a penalty double. So in essence, you all are playing this hand. You're playing it in 1 heart. And when you are the declarer, most of the time you start to draw trumps as soon as you can, unless there's another reason, maybe you need to trump something and you can't draw your trumps. But pretty much you go after your heart, you go after your trump suit. So that's all you're doing when you put that heart out there, is you're beginning to draw trumps. And that then keeps the declarer from being able to rough out some of your big cards, which you will get later on. So you want to lead a heart. Now, the third time that you might want to consider leading a trump is when it's obvious that you and your partner hold most of the cards, that you probably hold 2/3 of the points in the deck. And they have sacrificed at a high level. Perhaps you were in 4 hearts or 4 spades, and they go to 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. First thing you need to do is put out your penalty card. And then the second thing you want to do is to lead a trump. Probably one of the opponents is going to be short in 1 suit, the other one's going to be short in another suit. And they're going to try to do it. She's going to try to get her, the declarer will try to get her tricks through cross ruff. The way to cut down on cross ruff is to get off with a trump lead. And every time you or your partner gets in, try to lead another trump. So let's look at an example here. Your partner has bid a spade. South passes. You bid 2 clubs, the 2 over 1. Let's look at your hand. Do you have a 2 over 1 bid? Yes, you do. You have 13 points. You have 5 clubs. And you want to force this game. Unfortunately, you have a doubleton spade. So you don't know where this contract's going to play. But before anybody else can say a word, North bops in there and bids 4 diamonds. Her 4 diamond bid is showing that she has a long diamond suit and that she's just trying to shut you out. Now your partner comes back in and bids 4 spades. So your partner's saying, I don't care if you don't have any spades, partner. If you make a 2 over 1 bid, my spades are strong enough that we're going to play in 4 spades. He's got at least 5 really good ones, or he's got 6. But that doesn't shut out South now. He's set on fire by the 4 diamond bids. He bids 5 diamonds. You should double. If you don't double, then he should double. Your side has the majority of the points. They are going to get their tricks via a cross ruff. One of them's going north, I think will probably be very short in something, spades, I suspect, and South will be short in something too. So consequently, they're going to try to get as many tricks as they can, cross ruffing the hand. How do you cut down on that? You lead a diamond, a trump. And you do have 3, and every time he's going to let you in, you lead another one. And so it should be a very good double and should be a very good board for your side. And finally, the last thing situation which you might want to lead a trump, is this the only thing that provides a safe lead? And let's look at how that would be. 1 spade, 4 spades. When a bidding goes like that, the person who bid 4 spades normally has 5 spades, has a singleton or void somewhere. And you see, you don't want to lead from the heart, you know, and I've already talked about leading from a jack of diamonds. Jack third is probably not good. And the ace 10 7 is not good. You don't want, in the club suit, you don't want to lead away from an unsupported ace, which is the case of the club suit. I've already said leading away from the jack probably will give away at least 1 trick. The heart lead is not good, and because your second highest card there is the 7. Now remember, in the one that we looked at a few minutes ago, your second highest card was the jack. So you don't want to make an attacking lead of the heart suit. You may pick up everything. In other words, if the declarer has the ace queen, then you've lost your king. So it's only when you've got 2 honors, like the king jack, that you would want to consider leading the heart. So any lead that you make probably is going to give her a trick, other than spades. When they bid 1 spade, 4 spades, they don't have any spade losers. So a spade leader, when you make a lead of a trump, it's more or less, you know they got all the spades. You're not finessing your partner out of anything. You know they have all the spades. But if you lead any of those other suits in your hand, they're unattractive. So you make the passive, this is an example of the passive lead of a low trump. All right, I want to look at the practice exercise for today. Didn't get exactly what I wanted on the screen. Okay, again, you are West. And look at your hand, 3 spades, 4 hearts, 4 diamonds, and a doubleton club. You have 8 points. More than likely, you're not going to be getting into the bidding. So let's look at the bidding. South opens a spade. In your mind, you should think 5 spades, 5 plus spades, 12 plus points. His partner, the responder, bids 1 no trump. And let's say that's forcing. Your partner passes. 3 diamonds comes rolling out of South, second bid. Now what you know about South's hand is he has 5 spades, 5 plus spades. He has a second very strong diamond suit. And he probably has 18 or 19 points. And he has a powerful 2-suited hand. Look at your diamonds. You love that. You hope it plays in diamonds. But his partner knows what you know. Your partner ain't got too much in the diamond suit. He takes preference over the spades, and the contract plays in 4 spades. All right, so what are you going to lead? You know that South's 3 diamond bid shows a long diamond suit. He's got a diamond suit to the ace, jack, 9, probably 5 of them. With your having 4 and at least 5 of them coming down in the other declare having 5 of them, then the value of dummy's hand is going to be in roughing some of those tricks. And you know, because of the strength of your diamond suit, you know that declarer outside of his ace, he's got some diamond losers. So the value of the dummy's hand is going to be that in roughing some of those diamond losers. So you want to come off leading a trump. I would probably lead the 3 of spades, because sometimes that 10 can be very important. So concluding remarks, listen to your bidding, try to glean from the bidding anything you can that will be helpful before you make your lead. If it appears that dummy's only value lies in shortness, lead a trump. Anytime you suspect that the value of the dummy's hand will be in trumping losers, you want to lead a trump. Cut down on that value. Always lead a trump if your partner leaves them a low level, take out double value, converts it to penalty. So next week, I want to continue with opening leads. We're going to focus on when not to lead a trump, as well as short suit leads, such as the doubleton or the singleton. So that concludes today's lesson.